Hey, remember back in '93 when Ryan thought Shockmaster was going to be a future world champion?
The modern day wrestling god! What?
And that's why, Jack, you're so smart.
Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
All right, let's talk about the releases. We got to talk about the releases real quick.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I did a little special thing here with Ryan. We talked to each other yesterday. I'm going to put up 3 promotions. We picked who we thought would be the best fit for each promotion going forward, and then we'll talk about the releases and why we think they are good fits for these things. So here we go. There it is. All right, so in AEW, Ryan's got Ziggler. In New Japan, he's got Mustafa Ali, and in Impact, he's got Shelton Benjamin. And then I went with the women because I didn't want to have the same fucking faces up there, you know? Like, I didn't want to use Ziggler and Ali, the same people that got released. So I went a different way. I went with women. I got Aaliyah going to Impact. I got Dana Brooke going to Stardom. I didn't want to make another Stardom thing. And I've got Emma going to AEW. Now, I want to preface this by saying this is where I think they would be really good fits, not necessarily where I think they're going to go. I don't think Dana Brooke's going to go to Japan. All right.
Right.
But Club Venus would be a fucking perfect fit in Stardom for Dana Brooke to go over there with Mariah May and the rest of the crew. Emma has already been at Impact and succeeded at Impact. I think she has a lot of history with a lot of women that are in AEW right now. So I think she would fit really well. And with the, then moving away from Toni Storm out of the Outcasts, I even think that she would be a good fit with the Outcasts group. And then Aaliyah, because there wasn't too many other people to choose from. And I think she could just do well with reps, honestly, in Impact and learn a lot from that division because a lot of people still believe that Impact has the best women's division from top to bottom. So I feel like that would be a good spot for her. Now I'm going to give it to you and you tell me why you think these would be great fits for the male side.
Well, Ziggler is obviously already friends with people over in AEW. His brother works there. He's been on BTE before. Like, he's familiar with all of them. You could do something with his brother to elevate his brother a little bit, who I think has a lot of... His comedic timing is very good. Like, he's very funny on BTE and stuff, and his brain is clearly a little bit different, and maybe having a little bit more star power attached to him would elevate him a little bit. But Ziggler's also somebody good to have around in the background who's, you know, been doing this for a really long time and has enough experience to be a good resource to other people. Benjamin would too, but I'm thinking about this from if they also wanted to wrestle, where would they fit in the best point of view? And I think Ziggler would just fit in better just because he could do tag team stuff with his brother or whatever the fuck they want to do there. And his style would work really well with, you know, like Kenny Omega or whoever. Everybody always says everybody could work with Kenny Omega, obviously, but there's other matches he could have there too. I wouldn't mind seeing a match with him and Pac again, something like that. Ali, I think would, and again, same as you. I didn't say that they're going to do this or that I think they're going to do this. This is just where I think they would fit in really well. Ali has been putting on a lot of weight lately, so I actually don't know if he would even be considered a junior anymore. But my thought when you asked me was that he could go to do like Best of Super Juniors or something like that and really stand out over there. I think he's got a good look. Like he's got a lot of personality where he can cut promos and stuff. I don't know how well that would translate to the Japanese audience. But as far as his in-ring work, I think it would translate really well. I really would like to see him doing like a Best of Super Juniors or something like that.
And he can also stay in the U.S. a lot too because they have New Japan Strong as well, so he could do both.
Yeah, I think he'd be a good fit for their in-ring work and style, and even if not, like, he might pick up something from it that would help him stand out a little bit more too. Because, you know, I love him. I'd always liked seeing him. I thought his character work was really underrated. Everything he got handed was, you know, he turned it into something, and then had a lot of initiative going and doing his own stuff on the side too. A lot of his side promos that he would just put out on Twitter, even if they weren't ever part of the actual television programming or anything like that. It's like a creative dude. He's clearly, you know, somebody that cares a lot about it. Asked for his release when he felt like he wasn't being used good enough and stuff like that. So this is clearly somebody that cares about what he's doing. And I think that kind of mentality towards wrestling is one where if you send them into an environment like New Japan, they can pick up a lot of stuff and add it to their overall presentation and moveset and stuff like that. So I think that would be good for him just from a development point of view, even not even just from like a where he would fit in. But I would want to see him in matches with like Hiromu and stuff. I think that would be cool. Benjamin and Impact is, you've got a talented veteran guy who, if he still does want to wrestle, can wrestle over there and put on good matches that would bring some interest to it, because he is a bigger name than a lot of the people that they have over there currently, as far as just on his past accomplishments and stuff. Also somebody that could help out with producing matches, booking stuff, being an agent, whatever. So I don't know, I felt like of everybody that got released, if I was moving the other two to the other two already, that Benjamin probably fit the best in Impact.
I feel like he could win the Impact World title too, because he still can
it's
go.
Somewhere where he can be competitive if he wants to be competitive. Like, I think he stands out enough there where nobody would question it if they booked him as like the main guy coming in. And obviously, Impact has a bad history of doing that. If we go back long enough. But I feel like Benjamin's a little bit different in the sense that he can actually fucking wrestle. So there you go.